Hey guys, and welcome back to my videos. I'm Jennifer and this is my channel. So as you can see by the title of this video, we're going to talk about weight, the lack of weight loss, the weight gain, the subject I have been trying to avoid talking about. And I started this channel about weight loss and my attempts to lose weight. But somewhere along the way, it just hasn't worked out. And there's always an excuse why. And I'm just pretty much at a loss of what to say. And I'm tired of saying I tried this and it didn't work. The reality of it is that it doesn't matter what food plan I do, whether it's keto or Weight Watchers or intuitive eating or Jenny Craig or just counting calories. None of them are going to work unless I commit to it and stick to it, and I just haven't. And I feel like that by showing my keto grocery hauls and my low carb grocery hauls, that I am giving people that are doing keto and are being successful at keto a bad name, because I'm just not trying. There have been a lot of people who have called me out and was like, let's see the realistic grocery hauls. I haven't lied about the grocery hauls. Those were the things I got at the grocery store because I keep planning on starting tomorrow. I'm gonna get all stocked up with everything I need, and I'm gonna do this time. It's gonna be good. I'm gonna do this, and then a few hours later, I start craving something. Something happens. I get emotional, whether it's a happy emotional I want to celebrate, or it's something sad and stressful I want to drown myself, and I'm ordering McDonald's, or I'm ordering Wendy's, or I'm ordering a pizza, or I'm getting cookies, or it's always something added after the fact of the grocery haul. So it's not a lie when I upload the videos with the groceries, because it's always my intentions to do well. And I guess that's why they say the road to, well, how's that saying go? The road of good intention, or the road to hell is paved with good intentions, or I don't know, something like that. I'm not trying to mislead anyone, but like I said, I do feel that documenting my keto journey is giving people that are actually doing keto a bad name and are doing it well and successfully. So from here on out, I'm not going to label what I'm doing. I will show you what I'm doing, and that's part of what I want to talk about. There's one other thing that I wanted to touch on. A lot of people have been saying in the comments that my camera is practically mounted on the ceiling, and if I could get my camera up to the ceiling to make myself look slimmer. I know it doesn't really work. I don't really look that slim, but to me it looks better when it's up high, because I don't have to see my face, my fat face full on. But for those of you who are wondering, when I bring the camera down and you look at me straight on, this is what I look like. And this is the reality of it, I know. And I'm not trying to hide anything. If you see me in real life, this is what you're gonna see. But it just makes me feel better when it's up higher, and when I have to see myself, I don't have to see this view of myself, because I don't like this view of myself. I don't like what I've become in the last few months, or the last few years actually, but more or less the last few months. So we put the camera up here and angle it down, because I feel more comfortable looking at myself this way. So, yep, if I could get the camera on the ceiling, it would definitely be up there, because it would make the appearance that I am not as fat as I am. Although we all know the real deal. Alright, so the whole purpose of this video is I'm going to be turning 45 in less than a month. It's just under a month now. And I've been playing this game of trying to lose weight, trying to change my life, trying to do this. I'm not making any promises, but I'm going to continue documenting because I'm hoping that one of these times that I set out to do this, it works. And I will have these videos to look back on to remember the shit that I've went through, that I've caused myself, the pain, the grief, the misery that I have caused myself, and remember this is not where I want to be ever again in my life. A lot of people have said, why don't you just leave YouTube and do it yourself? I had thought about that. That's why I've started making other videos that I enjoy, not just focusing completely on weight loss, because I don't want to keep failing at this and looking like an idiot in front of everyone, and that's exactly what I feel like. I've had people comfort me and tell me, you know, I shouldn't be so hard on myself because I have an addiction. And in one respect, I agree with that. But in the other sense, there comes a time where you have to stop using addiction as an excuse, and you either are going to accept that you're an addict and you're going to keep using that drug of choice, whether it's food, sex, money, alcohol, drugs, pills, whatever it is, you're just going to keep using until you die, or until whatever, or you're actually going to put in the effort to change and get help. And I want help. I say I want help, but I don't actively seek help. I stop going to therapy. I don't take my medicine. I don't do the things that are required of me to get better. And I'm going to be 45 in a few weeks, less than a month. And I don't want to go into my 45th year at 600 pounds. And I am very close to it. There's always been that magical number for me, and I don't know why this number should like scare anyone, but around the 570 mark, I don't panic too much. I don't know why that is a comfortable number for me, because obviously that's horrendous. But as long as I am hovering around that number, I feel like it's okay to cheat. It's okay to not work so hard. I don't know why that is. But then as the number creeps up, I start getting more panicked, and I will show you in a few minutes my weigh-in. I had Jean help me with the weigh-in. I'll show you, like, with my camera, I'm pointing down at the scale, and then Jean was across the room, full body standing on the scale, so you could see I wasn't holding on to anything. I was just standing on the scale. And I knew it wasn't going to be good. I could feel my clothes getting tighter. I could feel my rings getting tighter. I could feel my stomach when I look down, when I'm sitting in my chair. I could feel, you know, everything feels different. I feel bloated. I feel miserable. I know it. I knew it. I thought I was prepared for it. So I had weighed myself the first time I got on the scale. It was the first take, and for some reason it didn't want to register. I wasn't standing. These scales are like very temperamental sometimes if you don't stand very still. Like if I try to bend over too much to get my phone to show the screen, it'll keep jumping back and forth and it won't register. So I have to like kind of hold my hands down and look forward, and then once it registers, once it says what my weight is, then I can bend forward and then show you. That's why I had Jean videoing my full body on the scale. So I had done the first take, and I knew kind of where it was bouncing back and forth to, And that was a devastating moment. Like I said, I knew the reality of the situation because of the complete madness of the way I've been eating for the past month or so. There have been good days where I've done really well. I've had my keto soup I made, and I've done low carb, and I've stuck to it for a couple days, and then after the couple days, then the rug just comes out from underneath my feet, and I'm back to eating large amounts of junk, fast food, soda, all that stuff that I'm addicted to. And I keep telling myself tomorrow, I'll start tomorrow. And then there'll be like things left over from the binge the day before. So I'm like, well, I might as well just finish these things. And then that day when I've eaten some junk early in the day, I'm like, well, I've already eaten junky today. I might as well get some more and just finish the night. And then there'll be more left over. And it's just a vicious cycle that doesn't end. So I kind of expected it. And then on the other hand, I didn't expect it. I was like, well, maybe I've been lucky enough the scale didn't move very much. But I knew, like I said, looking at me, feeling me, living in this body, I knew that it was not good. So I've been struggling bad, obviously. I don't even know where to start with the struggles. It's just a lot of the same things that I struggle with all the time, with anxiety, depression, and I don't make it any easier on myself by not doing what I'm supposed to do. So I'm going to show you my weigh-in, and I want to lose 20 pounds by my birthday. I think that that's pretty realistic, seeing as how I have, like, my birthday is October 26th. I have just over 26 days, about 30 days-ish, to lose 20 pounds. I think that's very reasonable. And I think that will set me on a better path to feeling better about myself. Because right now, I feel like complete shit about myself. I don't like myself at all. And just so we're clear, I'm not going to be deleting any comments, because there's absolutely nothing that anybody else could say about me that is any worse than what I think about myself and the way I feel about myself. And I know that there's people who are going to leave their comments. I know that there's those people that are going to talk about me. I know the reaction channels are just chomping at the bit to make their videos, and that's fine. I don't know. I go back and forth about the reaction channels, about people that make the videos, the vicious people. I know there are reaction channels that do respectfully critique videos, but there are those ones who love to see people struggle and love to see people fail, and they are very judgmental and critical. And a lot of people don't realize that behind the camera that they are struggling with their own things, and they wouldn't dare put their personal lives out there for other people to judge and be critical of. But it is what it is, and I'm living my life. I can't worry about what other people think of me. I have enough to worry about in my own life and my own problems. So it is what it is. So let's just go ahead and do the weigh-in, and without further ado, the weigh-in. I really don't want to do this because I know pretty much where it's going to be, because I just did this.
Hello.
And I could see where it was going, so.
It's ready. £589.0.
So there you have it, almost a 20-pound gain in, I don't know, like a month or two. I don't know. I don't even remember when the last time I weighed in on camera. And I think I weighed in once or twice between that time and now. And it certainly wasn't as much as it is now when I weighed in. So it was low. I don't know. I don't even remember. I'm not even going to sit here and try to remember, because all I know is it's way higher than it's been in a long time. So there you have it. I'm going to start uploading my daily what I eat in a day, is because I found that that keeps me honest and it keeps me accountable. And I am not going to hide what I eat. If I eat something crappy, and I'm gonna show you. I'm tired of hiding things. I'm tired of trying to be gentle on myself, and it's just gonna be reality. And that's what it's gonna be from now on. So the other things that have been going on in my life, we've had kind of like a pretty sad week. We'd had a whole video series planned out for you guys, and it was really going to be fun and sweet and loving. Back on September the 19th, Gene had surprised me. Well, I didn't know this at the time. This was all his little plan. He told me he was going to go to Walmart and that he was going to go shopping, and unbeknownst to me, while he was out shopping, he went and picked out a little kitten for me. And he was supposed to be able to bring the kitten home that day. It was an adoption event, and the little kitten had a cold, an upper respiratory infection, and they had just started him on a 5-day round of antibiotics, so they were going to keep him until he was better, and then we could go, well, Gene could go pick him up. And he didn't tell me about any of this, so it was a surprise. So that was on a Saturday, and then that following Friday, he surprised me with a kitten, and he had the camera going. He had this sweet video made, and he was the sweetest little kitten. And I'm going to insert some pictures of him here so you could see. His name was Figaro. That's how he came to us, with the name Figaro. But we had named him, we went through a couple names. I'll get to that in a second, but I'll tell you the whole, how we come up with this. But his name was Cypress. We renamed him Cypress. And we had him from Friday evening until late Saturday evening. And he was the sweetest, most loving little kitten. Usually when you bring them home for the first time, they'll go through that like kind of awkward stage where they don't want to be around you, or they're scared. Not this little baby. We brought him home, Gene brought him home, and he gave him to me, and he snuggled up to me. He loved Gene. He followed Gene around. He wanted to be right with Gene. And Moo was kind of, Moo didn't really know what to think of him at first. But he played, and he was just the sweetest thing. He came to us when we called him. He used the litter box right off. He was so sweet. So that was Friday that he came home. And on Saturday, everything was going well, and we were enjoying him, and we were going through a list of names. I wanted to name him Ducky, and Gene was like, absolutely not. And then we thought maybe Mr. Nibs, and then we thought Jericho. And so Saturday, afternoon. Gene had laid down to take a nap. I was laying down, the kitten was laying down with me, and as he was sleeping, I was holding him, and he felt warm, and he sneezed a couple times in the 24 hours we had him, and he felt warm, and while he was sleeping, he was breathing really fast. So I Googled like how many breaths a kitten should be taking, and he was 8 weeks old, but he was very tiny, and he was very skinny. He ate very well. He ate, in the 24 hours we had him, he ate 2.5 cans of Fancy Feast, of the little kitten Fancy Feast that I had mushed up with some water and made it soft so he could eat it. So his breathing was very fast. So when Gene woke up, I asked him if he thought he was breathing heavy, and he said yeah, he thought his breathing was heavy as well, and we were concerned. So we called the place that we got him, and she said that to keep an eye on him overnight, and then she would make arrangements to come pick him up the next day. And since he was already sick before we got him, that they would go ahead and take care of his care, because, you know, he was already sick, and evidently he wasn't over his sickness, and they felt that that was the right thing to do, is to get him well, and then we could have him back again. So a couple hours went by. Maybe it wasn't even a couple hours, maybe it was just an hour. I think it was just an hour, and his breathing still, it was even heavier, and he was so hot. And I told Jean, I said I didn't want to keep him overnight. I wanted her to come get him so that he could get care right away. So she called the next day. She came and got him, and then the next day she called and she said that they thought, when she came to get him, she was concerned, and she said she hoped it wasn't a heart problem. So the next day she said he improved once he was back with his mama. He was back with his mama cat, and he had bounced back, and he was doing pretty well, and they were going to put him on a longer dose of antibiotics for his upper respiratory infection, and then she would call and we could arrange to pick him up after the antibiotics. So we hadn't heard anything for a couple days, and Jean called, and then she called back, and we found out that our little Cypress had passed away. It turned out it was a heart defect, and that there was nothing that could be done. And we only had this sweet little baby for 24 hours, but Jean and I bonded so quickly with him. So the way we came up with the name Cypress, I actually came up with the name Cypress. I was laying in bed holding him right before he got sick, and in my head, I heard a voice in my head say Acts chapter 4, verse 36. So I went ahead and I turned to that place in the Bible, and there was a couple names there, and one of the names it talked about Cypress, and I knew right away that that was supposed to be his name. So we called him Cypress, and we still refer to him as our little Cypress. So I'm not sure when we'll ever get another kitten again. We hadn't planned on it. It was just a spare of the moment kind of thing, and Jean wanted to surprise me, and we were excited to share it with you guys, but we just didn't. We decided not to go ahead with the video and not to, you know, share it in video form of how it went, because it was so sad. And so that's one of the things I've been dealing with, why I haven't been making more videos. I know that I've put out a few videos here and there, but I wanted to be more active on my channel, but I was dealing with that. It's funny how a sweet little kitten can only be in your life for 24 hours, and you feel such a void when he's gone, and when you lose something that you love, and he made such an impression on us. Sometimes I wonder if it wasn't Piggy's little spirit. He came back because he missed us and just wanted to see us for a little while again. He was loved while he was here, and he was taken good care of with the people that had him. I just wanted to share that with you guys. I know a few people that follow me here are on my Facebook page that I'm friends with on Facebook, and they already knew about it because I posted it on there, but I did want to share it because it is something that impacted my life, and I just wanted to share it with you guys. So back to the weight loss video, you know, the reason for this video. I'm going to start doing a weekly weigh-in. I don't know if it'll be on Mondays or what day next week it'll be, but we'll do another weigh-in next week. And I'm going to start showing you what I eat on Wednesday. You'll see that because today's Monday, and I'll start filming what I eat tomorrow in a day. And then I'm going to go from there. See if I can lose my 20 pounds by my birthday, October 26th. That's all I have for you. I'm not going to make any promises. This is just my current attempt at journaling, vlogging, documenting my journey through addiction, food addiction, morbid obesity, whatever other title you want to put into it. Alright guys, I am going to end here, and I will see you guys in another video soon. My book club video will be coming out tomorrow, and then what I eat in a day on Wednesday. See you guys soon, and thank you so much for those of you who have stuck by me, who are positive and encouraging. I appreciate you guys more than you know. Remember, be the love, be the light, and do good things. Bye everyone.